Good morning, church. A few weeks ago, if you remember, Nigel asked us to think about what our favourite Bible character was. I don't know about you, but my first reaction is, Nigel, how are we supposed to choose one of our favourites from our heroes? And then I thought again, said, if I change the question from who's my favourite to who is the Bible character I would most like to be like, if you get that. And that becomes for me an easy question. I've given you a clue by his flag behind me there, which is, of course, the flag of St Andrew. Don't worry, I'm not going to become all Caledonian on you and start talking about Scotland, even though he was the patron saint of Scotland, as well as lots of other countries. But it was who he was and the character I was seeing him that I want to be like. We hear three instances about him. The first one is in John 1, when he's after he met Jesus for himself. It says that he went home, and the first thing he did, Andrew, was to find his brother Simon Peter, and tell him, we have found the Messiah, and he brought him to meet Jesus. Next time we come across him is in John chapter 6, when there's 5,000 people that are waiting to be fed because they're hungry. And it's Andrew who finds a boy who's got some fish and bread. And it's Andrew who came and he took that boy to come to meet Jesus. Again in John chapter 12, there's some Greeks that want to meet Jesus. And it's Andrew, and although it doesn't say it specifically in the scripture, it's Andrew that would take and introduce them to Jesus. So three instances and two very simple things about Andrew I see. One is that he is around people on the outside and getting to know them, whether it be Greeks, whether it be a little boy, whether it be a member of his own family. He spent time with them and got to know them. And then for each of those, he took and he brought them to Jesus. Brought them to Jesus. I just love that. And again, I thought about the impact that those three people that he brought. He did the very simple thing of just bringing them to get to know Jesus. And from that, one, his brother Peter became a great leader in the early church. Two, that little boy was used by Jesus to feed the hungry. And three, those Greeks would have taken news of Jesus back to a foreign land who hadn't heard about him yet. So yeah, I want to be like Andrew. So who's your favourite character? If you haven't already done so, why not drop Nigel an email? He'd love to hear it, and then we can share it together. Doesn't need to be a video, but just do that. Great. Okay, bye for now. Have a great day.